And here we go, aka Powder. So finally, some good lighting for this. I didn't do anything different. I have really good daylight coming in through the window or windows. But here it is. Another known as Peter A. DeLuca. Join me. We're hanging out. We're drawing Pirates of Dark Water. We're going to start with Needler here. He's our snarf-ish character from the Thundercats, if you're not familiar with that. But we got Needler here. We got the villain. We got the girl. We got the Han Solo, and we got the hero. So we're rocking and rolling. I don't know how far we're going to get today. I just want to. Oh, and I did find my Sharpies. So here's the thing. I know I keep saying I want to come on at night. My weekend nights are just growing. It's just like every single weekend I feel like I am just caught up in the storm, not stuck, but just a little bit. Yeah, it's the time for family. That's what this time of year is, and it can interrupt our deeper ambitions. And for our deeper ambitions, it's to draw every single fictional character ever fictionalized. Starting with, but for here, now we're trying to do a real run at the end of the year, and I've been teasing a announcement video. I know I said I was going to do a trial by fire video this week, which is right there. It's just I need to do a round of finalizing a lot of artwork for that video, just so I can show it off and give people confidence that product is shipping soon. Going to press soon, I'll say. And I'm very particular with how that's done sometimes, because I know a lot of you indie guys out there, you're happy just to, I don't know, get anything back from the printer. And I get it, but for me, I will get a little bit like a maniac on some things or some parts of the printing process. Some of it's not as advertised. Some of the technology that's advertised isn't available, even though we were told this or it was advertised on a particular website. And when I get the order in, or I get the samples in, it does create a back and forth. Because a lot of times too, you'll get samples before, you might pay in full and still get a sample, and then it's just all hell's going to break loose. Oh, we got a little Omer. What's up, buddy? We got some updates here in our characters. This is just almost like a weekly warm-up. I just wanted to knock these out as quickly as possible and color them. The coloring is the real therapeutic process because there's just a lot of blending. But we're drawing the Snarf character, a.k.a. Needler, for Pirates of Dark Water. A series that really... if there's two series from the 90s that really should have become something else, it should have been Exo Squad, because that story is so freaking good, and Pirates of Dark Water. And I did debate doing Exo Squad for these, but Pirates of Dark Water just seemed to be a little bit more fitting. Because Exo Squad is just so realistic. But who's the guy? JD. Oh my god, I forget the captain's name for Exo Squad. And who's the villain? Oh my god, I'm getting a complete Exo Squad brain fart. Not Nicodemus, not Caesar, but he has like a I thought it was like a Roman name. But here we are, right there. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I was just kind of going. I was just like meditating there almost. I just kind of just like talking about a little bit. I was kind of inadvertently referencing Uzi Susie too, where uh like I had a local guy for Uzi Susie, and we had like a really good relationship. But then like the print quality kind of dropped, and it's like the actual reproduction, not the paper or anything, but the actual quality of the reprint. And I was kind of parlaying that into a little bit of Trial by Fire, where I'm hoping Trial by Fire gets sent to the press by the end of this year. So I've been delayed on a little bit of a announcement video, or re-announcing Trial by Fire, and just kind of giving a little bit of confidence to the people that already ordered that it's coming, this and that. But a lot of times, when you begin working with a printer, it can be painful. And I've gotten a lot of indie books. You watch the channel. I've been involved with a lot of indie books, right? And a lot of indie guys don't know how to fight back when it comes to printing advertising. Meaning some of the technology listed on the website, some of the things that they claim they can do, and you get the books and you get the samples and your orders fulfilled, and it's not there. Is it false advertising? You need real explanations at that point. So that's a little bit, and I'm willing to fight that. I'm willing to hold off, because I've seen so much of my artwork just butchered with bad printing, or like working with a colorist that just doesn't know, that just doesn't take the extra time to, I'll say, like, we'll be nice. Doesn't take the extra time to get it right. And that's kind of where I color my own work only. Like I kind of commissioned people, like went through that whole route, tried to work with a couple of indie guys that were just like on the scene and available, and had really good rates, and would pay them in full, like sight on scene, because I was familiar with their work on social, and familiar with some of the people that they work with as well, and just said nope. And it stinks, because it comes off as mean, but it's not. It's I think the way I pencil and ink, a little bit of a generation gap. Here we go. Needler or Needle, I forget. See, sometimes we even let some of this work in your favor, where it's just like dented, just so, because it's a little bit of that factor in breaking up the line. So we can get back to, we gotta add the backgrounds. I think we did good yesterday, just in as quick as that was. Today's gonna be another quick session, FYI. Oh, nice. Oh, I think I think I recall that. Yeah. Even the hard copy though. Like I said, you can pay in full. You can go to some of these websites, and I don't want to call it. I think one of the owners was actually an AKAPADer of a pretty big comic book digital printing site. And, we would DM every now and again. And, like, let me just say, like, I could tell how he was printing, and it wasn't what I saw on the website, and it sucks because I think he wanted to do TBF at one time, and the rates were there, like, let me tell you. But yeah, I backed out. But you can even see what's on the website, pay in full, get the samples, and still kind of feel like you were had. And it sucks because it shouldn't be that way. But that is indie publishing. And until you have a big enough print run where you run the press for a good stretch of time, where you almost like you're part owner of the press, because you have such big orders and you can really control the output. It's a struggle. Here we go. Yeah, we'll let some of that dry. See, like, even here, say you just blot it. All right, that's one down. Nice circle. All right, let's get into our villain. This guy is so freaking cool looking. Yeah, dude, you see the we talk about a lot of that on Top Cow Wednesday, where Wildstorm was really considered it was really kind of like Wildstorm, and for whatever reason Marvel favored Malibu. Maybe the numbers worked a little bit better for Malibu, but it was really until Top Cow, in my view, really had in the late 90s, early 2000s, Top Cow had this like second run where whatever they were doing was a one-to-one reproduction. Like, you could tell that their process was so tight that whatever they did on screen, it ended up in the pages of Witchblade, it ended up in the pages of Darkness, so on and so forth, right? And you know what? I have to draw his ear. Oops. But Wildstorm Productions, their stuff was so dark, in some pages, where you lost the line work, you lost the detail, and it must have drove some of those artists and creators crazy. Because you do see it on the page, and you kind of want to say potentially it affected the output. See, like, that splatter works so well. Like, even here, like for her, see how that dried up. So we're done with him. Now these have to dry, and then we're going to hit them with color. Yeah, it does. Like, the bigger a print run you have, the more control you have of that press, and that's what they prefer. Like, you kind of have to go back to the days when newspapers and magazines closed down. The print shop went with it. Like, that was it. Like, even here in the Philadelphia Inquirer, some of that was printed in, I believe, Collingswood, New Jersey. And yeah, that closed. That's a defunct. They scaled it down. That used to be a little bit of a mecca, a little bit of a city. And they printed the newspaper. and jobs get lost at that point. And it sucks, but that's also, like that's the world we live in. So when it comes to like the indie stuff, you really do have to lean in on ways to get the printing. You almost like want a story behind the printing. Like you want to tell a story. So you want to find the printer to help you tell that story and make something special, make something so different. It doesn't matter if it's DC or Marvel or anyone else. Like I always felt like Dynamic Forces was in position for like that argument because like they're there as like a top publisher, but they can kind of you can make your books a little bit more special with the paper quality. Like separate yourself. Let's see here. There we go. I'm happy just to be here. Just to kind of get 2 days in a row streaming in the bag. Yeah. I mean, look. In the 2000s, $250,000 was right. So maybe like 100,000, 120K for the top 50 books, I think, right? Like that's these dry quick. That's awesome. This is almost already dry. So we're gonna just stack them and dry them, and then we're gonna get back to our title character, right? Our Luke Sky. Oh, that's the girl. Our Luke Skywalker analog right here. I believe his name is Ren. Every time I see him, I just want to say "Oh Ren Ichii." And that's the Lucy Liu from right here. I love this, like just that pose though. That's such a good pose. And he's got what? Green eyes. He's got green eyes. All right. I mean, we can hit it. He's got white hair, or it's kind of like blonde hair. And I don't have my good pencils around me at all because I still have to. Well, that's a little bit of a match because I still have to organize. I'm so bad with. I'm supposed to organize all of my like supplies and my whole setup every month at the beginning of every single month, and I still haven't done it yet. We'll try and get something going with the hair so we can hit those highlights. Let's see. There we go. See, that's why we wanted that wash to bleed directly into the line work. go. And then this is where, like, the feathering, if you just want to call this feathering, like you use a feathering to help with the shading, because right, like that's kind of it's representation of where the light's hitting. And this is where it's important to see things in your mind's eye. Like you have to get disciplined enough to you see through the process of the work. So here, like with these, like you, and this is because I've done so many of these by this point. With the lighter colors, you have to go back and forth. You have to reinforce some of those blacks. See, like right here. See, and it kind of, with that layering, that's where I think the average viewer, like when someone sees it, it's hard for them to put it together to how it came about. And at that point, you get a little bit of that, that, for lack of a better term, some of that magic is there. Some of that drawing magic. Wind block. Yeah, we should. We'll definitely. Wind block, what's up, bud? Magic sauce, that's right. I don't have my colors out, but I need kind of like orange shading for him. So maybe I can get away with this one. All right, this is actually, these are ones from Target. Some of these pencils. The corrugation for the cardboard is, if you use it enough, like you kind of get into the habit of using it, you make it work for you. It kind of gets on your side, because it's kind of good to use it for skin tones. So you can kind of blend the skin, but then you can add like the subtleties, like a little bit of pink, a little bit of purple here and there. What a nice day in Philly, everyone, too. It's 56 degrees out, and it's just awesome. Oh, what happened? Oh, wind block, dude. Last time we were chatting, uh, right? You had a video problem. I remember we were trying to help you. Anything we can do, let me know, buddy. Because I want to see you keep going, dude. I love your stuff. It's blood pack, right? But you have a cover from me, ready to go for blood pack. That's how we do the AKAPAD army. That's the strength of the AKAPAD army. Here we go. So this process here, this is what takes probably the most amount of time, because there is a blending to the buildup of the colors, the shading. You have to kind of cross your fingers from time to time. Hope you get lucky with particular colors coming through. It's 100% a process, and it's never the same twice. So you do have to be patient. You do have to stick to it. It's good to do a run, meaning like you sit down and you just finish it, because you might have different colors selected and things like that, and you do want a consistency. There he is. See, with some of the splatter, like this is like, I don't know if you guys can see that. See how there was just like a chunk that landed there? That's the stuff I like. Because it's just one of those things where if someone sees it, right, they look at it and they're like, oh, was that intentional? Like, what is that right there? That's the stuff I enjoy. So let's get these eyes. I don't know if him having I don't even remember too much of the story. Like, I don't know if he's like a chosen one that's supposed to stop the Dark Water, or if the Dark Water is even bad or good. I gotta re-explore this series though. But when I talk about impact, like, it's 100%, because I watched this stuff when it was first on television, and I'm still talking about it now, right? Like, that's impact. There he is. So what you do is also you wait for some of this to dry, and then you go back over and you kind of cut out some of these highlights. Like, you make the highlights seem a little bit more erratic or natural, I'll say. And let's get some. We need some wood. So the wild thing is, I'm hoping it's here. Maybe not. I should have a roller of all my whites. Is it right here? Oh, it is in my top drawer. Like an idiot. I don't know where things are. So I have this nice roller here that I keep my grays and my whites in. And this is where we kind of want to do. Yeah, you can do some dark to light pressure. And you get roundness of the eye with the brown paper. And I know it's a little bit tough to see on camera. But see. Like, if you see this image and you kind of say to yourself, you're like, oh my God, that guy looks like ElfQuest, or, like a character from like a character from Bakshi's Wizards. Like, if you see that and you kind of relate this rendition to something else, like, we're doing it justice. Because, like, that's how people have to get impacted sometimes. Like, they need association. Which is why, like, you watch a movie trailer and they'll tell you, oh, this person, like, is a producer for this, and they're involved with this movie, and so on and so forth. People need their associations. What we got here? Yeah, the Blood Pack's a great name, isn't it? Yeah, the Blood Packs. Great name. Cheers to knowing how to name something. I take that cheers back if your kid has a weird name. See, like these, like the ones for like the smile, like you want those to be nice and subtle. I see a yellow. Let's go through some of these. Yeah. 20 more minutes and it's downloaded or uploaded. Nice. This is Ren from Pirates of dark water. Which is why there's a liquidy black background. So all of these, I have to keep all of these for the other skin tones throughout the rest of this series. Nice, dude. Sub and sub back. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is old school. So we can just review. Like, this is where we are with these. I'm going to try and keep these. I don't know if some of the white is dry yet. Give me 1 second here, guys. Here we go. Right here. And I do go back and forth. Like, some of these will have more white highlights. Some of them won't. Back and forth, you know. I kind of did have the idea of doing a little bit more of a like yellow glow in this, like a little bit of a sunset or sunrise. I don't know if I kind of had that envisioned for this one. I don't know. I may just do a round in a particular direction and then kind of cycle back and see if I can unify it a little bit more accurately. But guys, hate to do this. I do have to go. Cheers. It is game day. It's 12. I gotta be someplace at 12:30. So F my life. All right, guys. Love you.